We built the Comet to touch the skies, our triumph, our tragedy, and the lesson that shaped every jet you flew today.
Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating and at times tragic story of the de Havilland Comet, the world's first commercial jet airliner. The Comet was a product of the late 1940s, when the United Kingdom was eager to reassert itself as a leader in aviation after World War II. At the time, most airliners were powered by piston engines and propellers. They were noisy, slow, and limited in altitude. The Comet promised something revolutionary: a sleek, quiet, and fast aircraft powered by jet engines. The idea began in 1943, during the war, when the British government set up the Brabazon Committee to plan the future of civil aviation. Out of that came several projects, including one for a medium-range jet transport. The company chosen to design it was de Havilland, already famous for aircraft like the Mosquito fighter bomber. The Comet made its first flight on July 27, 1949. Pilots immediately noticed how smooth and quiet it was compared to piston aircraft. With 4 de Havilland Ghost turbojet engines buried in the wings, the Comet could cruise at nearly 500 miles per hour, much faster than the top airliners of the day. It also flew at higher altitudes, above turbulent weather, making for a more comfortable ride. The aircraft entered service with BOAC, British Overseas Airways Corporation, on May 2, 1952. The world was amazed. Passengers could now fly from London to Johannesburg in record time. The Comet was elegant, with large square windows, a clean fuselage, and a futuristic look. For a while, it seemed like Britain had won the race to dominate jet air travel. But the glory didn't last. By 1953, cracks started to appear. Literally. The Comet suffered a series of mysterious mid-air accidents. Perfectly healthy aircraft would suddenly break apart in flight. The crashes were devastating, one near Calcutta, another off the coast of Elba, and more in 1954. The world was shocked, and investigators launched one of the most intense inquiries in aviation history. Engineers eventually discovered the culprit: metal fatigue. The square windows of the Comet created stress concentrations, with repeated pressurization cycles. As the cabin was pressurized and depressurized, tiny cracks grew until they caused catastrophic failure. It was a painful lesson. The Comet fleet was grounded, and de Havilland redesigned the aircraft with oval windows and stronger fuselages. Later versions, like the Comet 4, returned to service in 1958 and even pioneered the first transatlantic jet flights. However, by that time, the Americans had entered the race. Boeing introduced the 707 and Douglas the DC-8. These planes carried more passengers, had longer range, and quickly overtook the Comet in popularity. The Comet never fully recovered commercially, but its story didn't end there. It went on to serve in other roles, like the RAF's Nimrod maritime patrol aircraft, which remained in service until the 2000s. Looking back, the de Havilland Comet was both a triumph and a tragedy. It proved that jet airliners were the future, but it also revealed the dangers of pushing ahead without fully understanding new engineering challenges. Its legacy lives on in every modern jetliner, with lessons about safety, testing, and design still shaping aviation today. So, the Comet's story is not just about the rise and fall of a plane. It's about human ambition, risk, and the constant balance between innovation and caution. Thanks for listening to this deep dive into the remarkable history of the de Havilland Comet.